All right, there we go, folks. Back for game 2 between 4 Gaming and Team Secret in the group stage of the Chongqing Major here. And we're already opening up with a pick. We've got a Tusk on the field. I'm excited. What do you think? We're going to see an Earth Spirit as well, maybe, in this game, Liz?
Yeah, I would love to see an Earth Spirit coming from Forward Gaming instantly as a response to this brawler. You pick another one, such as Earth Spirit. Lich has been banned though, but we have different sort of ice in the pick, so we have that Tusk.
Always getting something a little frosty. People
Yeah.
a little bit reminiscent of Christmas. It's only January. It's all good. You know, Christmas hasn't, like, it's not overkill to still think back to Christmas until you stop writing 2018. That's when it's like, you know, people make mistakes.
When does it end? When does it end?
When you actually get the date right instead of writing the previous year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Grimstroke and Earth Spirit. There we go. Like, it's a classic opening, honestly. And if it's not Grimstroke and Lich, then it's Grimstroke and Tusk. And if it's not Grimstroke and Tusk, then it's Grimstroke plus Earth Spirit. And these two supports already give you so much damage. It's ridiculous, honestly. I love their opening. I love their opening already. Yeah, you're giving away your position 4 and 5, even though we talked about this earlier in some previous matches. Earth Spirit is really good as a core right now, as 2 or 3, but he's mostly played as 4, and that's 90% what we're gonna see in this match too. Oh, I am instantly. Like, they
If
don't
at
care.
first you don't fail with it, it clearly wasn't the problem, right? Just go back to it again. This does put forward on the clock again. Do they go for something like this Jug once more? Or do they go for something a little bit more reliable if they don't get ahead?
I honestly don't have good experience with drafting Jug versus AM right now. It's not. It hasn't worked out for me, and most of these teams, like, there's. I think there was a breaking point in which Jug could have taken over in that match, but then he died a couple of times after killing that AM solo. He died a couple of times, and instead of getting that Yasha and Battle Fury by the time AM got the Battle Fury, he just struggled in finding that farm, and he couldn't. Like, he went Yasha, and then after, I don't know, a bunch of time did he only get that Battle Fury out. So by the time he got it, Anti-Mage already took over, and he was far ahead when it comes to farm. So I you can go for the Jug, but you really have to play it properly. You have to play the tempo game. You can't let the AM ever take over the farm. You can't ever let him get ahead of you, and that's not easy to do. So maybe there are some different options, but I don't see too many. There's TB, let's say, in the pool. With him, you're also playing the tempo game, or it's difficult.
Yeah, if
The
you're going to
PA
take
ban,
the TB, you need something that applies a lot of pressure early on to create that space. Because you know if they're farming at the same pace, Anti-Mage is going to move ahead by like the 20, 25-minute mark.
There's that. There's a couple of drafters that I know that would pick a Slark here, but at the same time, Slark, it can backfire too. It's very similar. You want to get that Shadow Blade, you want to be hunting that AM as soon as possible, as fast as possible. But if you fail to do so, AM just eats you alive later on. So
it's
not really
also, you'd be drafting a Slark against a Tusk pick already, and we talked previous series about the shards, how you can actually break leashes with that and just stop any pursuit.
Yeah, and Snowball also helps out versus him, buys you time. So
of course you can, you can't use Snowball in leashed, but at the same time, yeah, you can buy time, you can save people with it. It's just Tusk has that flexibility to really just deny Slark anything.
what's up with the bat ban, actually? That's very interesting. They go with the TB. I mean, there aren't many options. Tried the Jug option, honestly, and it failed. It backfired. PA is another logical hero to pick, but they've eliminated PA. They've banned it. So Terrorblade is like your, I don't know, your last remaining hero. And I'd still, honestly, I'd still go rather for Jug, but with TB, you can also play that. You can play that tempo game. You can try and push with every single meta, and you can try and take just full map control by the time he comes online. This hero, though, deals fairly well with the illusions. It also gives you a lot of control on the TB so that you can take him down before he sunders. AM with his current spell shield, like, he doesn't care that much about the sunder too. He can dodge it, right? So it's, I don't
there's a lot
know.
that could backfire here. Like the other
Yeah,
thing you have to
exactly.
think with the AM is you could easily reflect the Phantom's embraces. That's actually one of the biggest ones because it's very easy to see coming, so you can
Mm.
react.
The thing that I do like about Forward Gaming's draft right now, even though Terrorblade is not my like, I'd still rather have Jug instead of Terrorblade. The thing that I do like about their draft is the Earth Spirit and the Grimstroke. These two supports are amazing. They bring so much to the table and so much damage, so much control, even save. Inksfell, Rolling Boulder, like they're like these two guys. Like we have to watch them. Like they're gonna be the ones that make it or break it for Forward Gaming, uh, in my opinion. I like them more than Tusk and Lion, at least.
Yeah, Lion's a bit of an awkward one to squeeze into lineups. Like you justified it with the Terrorblade, sure, but it's always felt like this support that can get kind of rolled over quite easily in the lane. Like he doesn't trade too effectively. He has good lockdown. That's a given.
And you
But
know what? In that last game, as you just mentioned, you have this Lion, which isn't really great in the laning stage. In that last game, you had an awesome laner in the form of Lich. That Lich was just babysitting Anti-Mage for the first few minutes, and it allowed Anti-Mage to get that crucial farm. AM does not need a lot, don't get me wrong. In that laning stage, he needs to have a decent time, and he needs to get that Ring of Health. Once he gets that Ring of Health, oh,
okay, that's
all
actually
right.
problematic.
Hey, fishy, fishy. Yeah, I like this. I like this so much. Like Slardar, I can definitely see this working right now. Like AM is not gonna have a fun time on that lane. He shouldn't, at least, especially if you have someone as an Earth Spirit Slardar that you're facing against, and the only guy that can help you is the guy that it's called Lion. He doesn't look very scary though.
Yeah, he's been skipping gym a little bit lately. It's starting to show.
Mhm.
But it's also in this type of scenario, even if you have the Tusk down here, with the Slithering Crush being AoE, the way Bash of the Deep works,
Hmm.
they can trade back at you pretty hard around level 3, level 4.
That's a good idea, actually. Even though they can trade, if you try lane with that AM, yeah, you're not gonna really pressure the TB. But if you pick something that can solo lane against Grimstroke and TB, there aren't many heroes that can do that, to be honest. But if you do manage to find one that can, and then you try lane with the AM, you're gonna shut down the Slardar and the Earth Spirit, and that can be the way for you for Team Secret to win the laning stage, at least on that lane. And could shutting down Starladder could be crucial because that hero is going to be the frontliner. It's not your Blink Dagger first Starladder, I don't think so. It's going to be your bracers into Vlad's or something Starladder, unless Earth Spirit opts to go for that. Then Starladder can go for Blink too. But usually, what you want from your offlaner is you want that tanky utility beast that goes in front, that creates so much space for his carry so that he can just dish out all the damage while you're tanking up and soaking all the attention.
And the beautiful thing about Slardar is he has so much damage inherently built into him. He doesn't really have to go for these attack items, right? He can build the Crimson Guard. He can build the Vlads. He can just tank up. And that, well, I'm surprised that is still in the pool considering the anti-mage pick and considering the hero it is. Team Secret may have the buffer now for the anti-mage that they need.
They have the buffer, and they also have a hero that can just go on the offlane alone. He doesn't need any farm whatsoever. The only thing that he needs is to get that Empower leveled up a few times. He just he needs levels to buff up this AM, and then you can opt to go for something wonky on the AM. You don't have to go for the Battle Fury build. You can go for the Vlad's build or something like that, and then you're gonna be able to outfarm the TB regardless of how poorly your laning stage goes. So you can maybe even opt for the dual lanes because of this Magnus right now. So
Also,
there are
should be
options.
pointed out, this just became a depressing game for Grimstroke because if you just think about Tusk for a second here, if you empower him, even if it's just like a level 2 empower, and he has Walrus Punch, Grimstroke
He's dead.
disappears. Yeah, he just goes
Yeah,
bye-bye. He goes up, he doesn't come down.
He's instantly gone. That's true. And yeah, on the other hand, who do you like with Slardar? Once he's 6 and he has level 3 in Bash, that he can take down that line in a similar fashion, I guess. But it's much easier for Tusk to do that. Slardar actually has to get on top of the target, which isn't as easy for him as it is for Tusk. But overall, I like the Magnus pick because it makes their laning stage a bit more flexible. They don't have to commit a lot with that Magnus on the lane, or they can dual lane, and then the AM can opt to go for some Vlads plus the Empower he can farm. So you can do both of these things. I think I still think it would be better for them to sack the Magnus and try lane on the safe lane so that Starladder does not get a lot, because Starladder could be the pushing force for the forward gaming's lineup.
And Terrorblade is going to get farmed regardless. It's just that type of hero. There we go. This is what we wanted to see actually coming out of the mid lane, is just this up-tempo, this rapid move by Team Secret. We know it's about the anti-mage. We know it's about creating space for him. And mid one has proven time and time again with his Monkey King, he can do exactly that.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good with these heroes that create space for hard carries such as anti-mage. He's so good with monkeys, with embers, and now he also has a buffer that Magnus works just as well on the monkey as he does on the anti-mage. So he's gonna this Magnus Zai, he's gonna be running around just empowering. Oh, that's filth.
Okay, that is pretty dirty. And Venomancer is an interesting one right now. I've heard a lot of high-ranking players say, actually, this is the secret pick. This is the one that people haven't been given any attention to, that is a really effective hero now.
Because of? Why are they... How do they explain it, though?
I think it's like the ramp up. I think the main thing I've kind of heard is the ramp up. Like, Agi heroes, they get more benefits now from the current changes to Wraith bans, the current meta, and there's enough time that a Venomancer can get online. Because before... especially with XP denial, the hero felt useless between like level 4 and level 12. But now you can't stop him getting XP, right? They've removed that mechanic, or like mitigated it.
I can definitely get behind that, and I can also say that Veno is really good versus heroes that want to be buying blink daggers, such as Magnus, because you can stop him from initiating with all those snakes around, and also you should be doing fairly well versus mid one on that lane, if that's the lane, if it's even Venomancer versus Monkey King. It doesn't have to be. They can still put AM versus him, or even the Magnus, and then kind of mess with their lanes. They don't have to necessarily just go tri lane, safe lane, Monkey mid, Zai off lane. Most likely they will, but they can spice it up.
It's most likely Monkey mid though, right? This hero definitely needs XP so badly, and the problem I've seen is every time I see them ran in a dual lane, it's underwhelming. You don't get level 2 Jingu quick enough, you don't pressure, and you just get forced away.
Yeah, I actually hate that hero in the dual lane. That's very well said. Like, I hate Monkey King in the dual lane because if he's one-on-one, his Jingu stacks really make the difference on the lane, right? But if he's not one-on-one, there are two heroes hitting you, healing yourself fast enough. It just doesn't help until you get level 2 Jingu. So in the first 2 levels, you're just very underwhelming. But it seems that they're gonna do exactly that.
Ignore what we said. Secret, they know everything is perfect. They're gonna run with a dual lane. In fairness, it's probably the better choice of the dual lane. They're gonna have Puppey on that Tusk alongside mid one on the Monkey King.
They're gonna have Tusk position 5, and they're gonna have that tag team. The Tusk has Stout Shield, and they're gonna be actually laning versus Rezo and MSS, so it's not too bad. MSS has no Stout Shield, while the Puppey Tusk does, so he's gonna already be having an advantage there when it comes to trading hits. They just have to wait out that first meta, I think, and after that, they should be fine. I love how Rezo is just hiding himself, not giving away the fact that he's going offlane, but I think Secret has already read this well, and they're putting the AM mid. It's completely good. You see this? Can you go mid, please, and see what Nisha is doing?
Tunnel the trees,
Can every single mid player please start doing this? I'm gonna humble brag. I've been doing this for a while now. I see Nisha doing it as well. This is so valuable for you. Just seeing this, like, it prevents ganks.
Especially against the Nerf Spirit. These type of heroes being popular at the moment means you're susceptible. Yeah. It's the same on the other side of the river. You cut these trees here, or these ones here, and you just see everything coming.
Yeah. You have to cut a bit more trees, but it's so valuable. If you have the Quelling Blade on your mid hero, just do it. It's so good for you. Like, it prevents them from ganking you from one angle. So you basically have to watch only one side.
I quite like the combo of the Lion plus Magnus and Lay as well, because once you get one level in power, the Lion can harass pretty effectively. It looks like he wants to start top though, maybe look for 1 or 2 kills, because they already see they've committed to a tri lane in the top lane.
Yeah, it's going to be a try on try top. On the bottom lane, we're going to see Universe versus Zai. I think Universe should have a slight edge here. Even though Zai has the power, you're going to see Universe just whacking him with that bash, which is really strong, in my opinion. Well, it can go either way.
It's going to be an interesting top lane, though, just because of what we said about Monkey King needing XP so badly. A roll in, they go across. Nice stun on the 2, though. Now, Puppey moving forward. They're looking at SVG. Mid 1 turns around and moves across. Metamorphosis activated. They'll force mid 1 back, but the first blood is drawn. And looks like the Monkey King is going to be fine.
I'm not certain that's the target he wanted to roll on. I think the monkey want to kill off that monkey because he's actually, after Lion, he's the squishiest hero in the lane. You don't want to be going on a task with Stout Shield by, like, in any case. Yeah.
Nice fight forward. They're going to roll on the town now with Inkswell as well. If the stun comes out, Yapsel can just back away. They need to get value out of this Metamorphosis, but it runs out very soon. And then you're on the back foot in this lane entirely.
Yeah, you are. But I think you can still dish out enough damage to take down the Monkey King before he's able to do anything with his Jingu Mastery. So overall, I do think they have the damage that's necessary for them to be winning this lane. But if they miss the stun from the Rolling Boulder and if they hit Puppey, if they connect on him, they're just gonna die every single time. Puppey does not care.
Nisha. I like that play. He knew he couldn't escape, so he just runs straight at your wall, burns all his mana, and then TPs a very short range back under the tower. Gotta see that Gale.
So no more Gales coming from Venom for some time, and you can salve up if you're the AM and just farm away.
And of course, the Quillas don't exist anymore, which was a little bit of a pain for Venom. MSS will just about roll away. They couldn't get in front of him. SVG's been spot, balance strike to slow him down. Puppey can't get across in time, though. They don't have level 2 on the Tusk.
There's
the Earth Spike, though. Just in range for it. Mid 1 will be able to get the kill. Resolution. He'll sidestep them and move away, but this is going better than expected from him. He's 13-4 compared to mid 1 6-1 on the Monkey King.
Yeah. So I really like the Yapsor's Impale there. Like, even though it looks like it's out of range when you go over the Impale, if you cast it on the ground in the right direction, it has more range, so you can connect, and he does exactly that. They take down SVG.
All in all, though, XP is still the concern for this top lane. Like, Secret's heroes use XP so well. Tusk, the Monkey King. Whereas for Resolution, sure, you can do more damage, but Metamorphosis is just... it's a damage buff. Like, if you stay in this stalemate, where, yes, you're getting kills, but he's getting a lot more farm, I think it benefits the Terrorblade more.
I have to agree as well. It's not only that it benefits Terrorblade more, it doesn't benefit anyone here that they're losing experience, right? But Terrorblade does more with less experience, right? While mid 1, he needs more. He needs to have those Jingu Masteries up onto the level 4 as soon as possible. He wants that level 6. He wants to be jumping around the trees as well. He needs a lot of levels. And Puppey and Yapsor, they're doing the right thing. They're pulling, they're not leeching way too much, so... it's not terrible for mid 1 so far, at least.
Well, he's got to the crucial point. He's got level 3 now, so he has 2 points in the Jingu. Yeah. They're going to go for the roll in, and they miss it. Mid 1 is reading this lane perfectly. Not many trees left for MSS to hide behind. Oh, they're going to turn around. See SVG. He's got the Inkswell to try and get away. Ice Shards have blocked him in, and the Earth Spike as well. Stuns on the 3, actually. Minimal activated. Mid 1 needs to be careful about this. They're going to roll in. They look for the kill. They will get on the Puppey. The turnaround SVG will go down. Mid 1 needs to be careful. Balance strike through. The creeps join in, and it helps him out. MSS should be able to move away. It's going to be close, though. One more touch. Mid 1 wants it so badly. Turns into the tree. Can he get it with a 1? Yes. But he goes down instantly afterwards.
Yeah, barely gets it. Rezo does not get the full kill on mid 1, but he does get a lot of experience, which is good. Yapsor has to be careful, actually.
They're trying to chase forward. SVG's not that fast, though, with Inkswell on.
I mean, he has Inkswell, but Yapsor has boots plus Windlace. Man, Yapsor loves his boots. He buys boots instantly on every single hero, and it works well for him because you think that he's out of position, you try to go for him, and then you realize he has boots plus Windlace because he bought boots first, so...
I mean, positioning is always important, and certain supports value different things. Yapsol's definitely always been one of these supports that just he just tries to go that little extra mile, right? He tries to push a little bit deeper. And usually actually pays off in fairness. His fail rate isn't that high.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he goes a bit deeper.
Sometimes he wanders high ground.
Yeah,
and dies.
It's risky. Sometimes you fail. Sometimes you're not careful enough, you know? Go a bit deeper and it backfires. Like, you just get wrecked. But most of the time, like, his success rate tells everything. Like, he's in secret. He's in the top tier 1 team. Like, That's Yapsu.
You expect something. Zai has moved across the mid lane, and there's a gang coming in. He's got the skewer coming off cooldown. He needs to actually move away in time, but the Inkswell's going to go away. Ice shards. If you lock in MSS, but there's a creep wave here. Suddenly, the action's moving away from top. Terrorblade has just defaulted to the jungle. Now mid one has a free lane.
It's really good for mid one. At the same time, they're actually looking towards this mid tower because the catapult was there, and you already lost 50% of it. You don't really want to lose that tip this fast, this early into the game.
This is rough, by the way. Level 6 on Universe. You can already see him dive in the town to Zai. The assistance is needed. Skewer gets him on the high ground, says, no way, Mr. Starladder.
Yeah, very well played by Zai there. He rescues himself by that push to the high ground, to the cliff. However, Universe is coming back, and have to be careful.
Oh, RP committed. Actually, TP coming in from Yapsu as well. They'll be able to lock him down. Hex going to be there, and the Earth Spike is available as well. They do enough. They'll drag him back in, but nope. Aggro just changes. It's still on the creeps.
Yeah, he had sticks. He had the salve as well, so it was very hard for them to kill him. This Venomancer with 3 raid bands and power threats now almost.
He's something vicious. And now the roll on the puppy, the back. No escape for him. TP coming in from Monkey. There's the snowball that'll buy enough time. Gonna look to turn around. Mid one moving across. MSS being slowed down. Nice stun on the 2. Grimstroke should fall as well. They just roll and kill after kill. Nice rotation coming out from the Monkey King. And exactly what you usually see from mid one.
Yeah. Very well rotated. Only level 5, but he still rotates. Sees the opportunity and just seizes the moment.
And so far, Zai, while he hasn't, like, he can barely exist in the bot lane anymore, as we just saw, right? That's why he left it. But his movements are pretty efficient in making sure that Anti-Mage almost always has cleave, and Monkey King can now get his hands on it as well.
That's completely true. But at the same time, you are giving Universe free reign on this ultimate. And he's having a really good time.
They're at least keeping the Terrorblade pressured, though.
That's true.
Like, he's more or less metamorphing just to farm creeps. He's not really getting any tower pressure in. He's not really able to exist in lane.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to because he has this Yavar Venom that's doing it for him, so...
Going on a puppy. Gale's going to come out. He has got the snowball to work with. Doesn't want to have to use it, though. A little bit of aggression there. Nothing too much. MSS. Going to go for the roll away. Can make his escape. Mid one was silenced up, so no balance strike.
Yeah. He kicked him away and then just rolled out, so... Very well done by NSS. Not really the hardest play, but still.
Anti-Mage, don't be fooled by CS. He's not actually that rich. He's 1,000 gold behind Starladder right now. Oh, moving forward, looking on a Yawar. Ice Shards block out his escape. He's trying to get through the thin gap, but it's a little bit too late. He will be ran down. Nice kill coming in. Now the roll. They're trying to turn around. Oh, the dodge! Beautifully done by mid one. No slivering crush for Universe.
If that stun connects, I think they kill him. 100%, but without that stun, they just don't have the necessary lockdown.
0.2 invulnerability window. Free skill point. For some reason, this was added.
It's so good. It's so ridiculously good.
I mean, you can dodge everything, right? You can dodge a slivering crush. We saw RPs. You can dodge those as well.
Everything. Basically
Practically everything. Yeah, like, not except for ones that are consistent, like Black Hole. You're going to get stuck in a Black Hole, kid, so don't...
That's true, that's true.
Don't dream of dodging Black Holes, because it doesn't work. Monkey King in the bot lane. Wukong's going to go down. They should be able to lock in Universe. Snowball in. He's trying to escape. The Ice Shards aren't coming out, though. Not enough mana. Finally, they'll lock him in. He's going to turn around the Inkswell. Mid one does actually get the lifesteal, but now he needs to be careful. He's going to be silenced
Turning
up.
this.
He's actually going to lose his shield by looks at the Slivering Crush. It should be enough to bring him down. And a puppy, he didn't pay attention to his mana pool. He was 2 mana short.
I actually expected Universe to go for Puppy as well there. He could have taken him down 100% as well. But he was... I guess he was afraid of the repercussions. Maybe some hero ports in and gets a counter kill. But it's not about the mana. This is a beast. This Starladder is top of the network right now. And if you want to kill him, especially now when he has completed his lads, if you want to kill this Starladder, you have to commit more heroes. It's not enough that you only commit your Monkey and the Tusk.
I mean, sure, but if you trap him in the Wukongs and you get the Jing off sooner, there's a possibility there.
I still think Starladder wins. I don't care. Like, this hero is just so strong. It's ridiculous. Like, he doesn't even have a bracer yet, and you saw how tanky he was.
This is true. He has got the Vlads, which makes him pretty scary in itself. And both teams squaring up in this bot lane, actually. The true victors, of course, are Venomancer and Anti-Mage that are nowhere to be seen because they're busy farming.
Bueno actually going for that whale. Has 3 raid bands into the whale. But he might walk straight into them. But this is the good part of Veno. You just toss that Plague Ward to scout for you. 3 wards everywhere. It's gonna be so annoying for this Lion. He's actually going for Retrolance, and I can't blame him. It would be so annoying to buy that Blink and only be able to use it once you're smoked up because of all the Plague Wards.
Stuns out to Magnus, trying to move away. Stunned up at the spot. Snowball will save him, looking to turn around. And it will be able to do exactly that. Walrus punch in the air, Earth Spirit down. Finger to ensure. A little bit overkill. Now anti-mace, a little bit deep, can blink away. He's their Vlad's holder. He can't go down. They need him to sustain.
He came here only to get empowered anyway, so he's fine.
Back to farming.
Yeah, back to farming. That's it.
Life of the AM. Living life on the edge here as well with the creeps.
Yeah, these creeps are insane, I swear. You have to be careful against them.
As he's learning right now. You can actually just see Yapsel waiting in case he needed a hex there.
Yeah.
So you're right there, buddy? I'm not sure. Just give me a few moments. And finally get the shrine off. Back to defending bot because Yoa is pushing in with the wards.
It's interesting that Terrorblade resolution on his TB is able to be on par with this AM that has Empower. At least so far he's been able to keep up. I don't think he's going to be able to do so any longer because AM just needs to get Empowered every time and he can roll out of control with farm.
He also has a big XP advantage right now. 2 levels difference.
Yeah, TB has no buffer. He has no... I mean, yeah, he does in fights, but he has no Empower on him to farm faster or anything such as that.
Wow, just keep him pressuring this bot lane, which means that a lot of heroes from Secret just have to exist in this area. 2/3 of the map just belongs to Anti-Mage and Terrorblade right now.
They're going in.
They're thinking about it. Oh, they are. Wukong comes down. The Magpie's as well. Yoa does get his armor off, but he's going to fall. Mid-1 able to sustain himself for the time being, but the Magpie's doing a lot of damage. He needs a target, and he won't find it. Instead, he'll be going down.
Mid-1 falls, and now Yapsur has to run as well.
Is he going to be okay? He's got the Hex. Can't get close enough. Says, no, 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 MSS. Back away, good sir. Zai, he has got the RP to work with, but they haven't got the damage, really. No finger for 50 seconds.
That fight there actually gave me a glimpse into the future. Like, imagine when Veno gets his level 12 and Veil, and Earth Spirit gets his levels out as well. If they manage to get those levels, like, they're gonna be dishing out so much damage, just the 2 of them with their ultimates. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Suffice to say, XP versus BKB timings is going to be important here. XP for Fort Gaming and BKBs for Secret. Just
like in every game, right? But in this one, for Secret, BKBs are so important. Perhaps not on AM, but on Monkey, definitely. And you don't want to get those items so fast. You want your Echo Sabers, you want your Mantas.
You do. Smoke movement coming out from Secret, though. This will help them get all the items if they can find a few kills. And they're going to look to connect with Yoa in the mid lane. They're in the trees, ready to move forward. Puppy snowballs in. And the Gale will slow things down a little bit, but they've got the Ice Shards to work with. Oh no, Puppy! That's not how you use that. Roll in, looking to turn around. Stance on the 2 from MSS. They can't get close enough. Border Smash will slow down mid-1, though. No mischief to work with, and stunned up and dead.
That damage, that flash. Starladder is such a sick hero. I love it. I just love it.
Instant punishment for your mistakes there, and Puppy will be kicking himself over that one.
I think they could have waited a second longer for the Lion to come in closer so that they take Yapzor into that snowball too. And then they definitely have bigger chances of killing that Venomancer. But the way they did it was a little bit off. The Ice Shards didn't connect, the Lion wasn't there. Even though the Gale didn't connect from Veno, they still couldn't take him down. And now he has that Venomancer.
Alright, just watching Nisha dance around with Starladder without realizing MSS has got the rollout. They look to hold him in place. Horse punch, the bat away. Looking to make escape. Bounce strike is there. Connects on the 2. Now Soulman's going to be there. A little bit too late though. Universe now deciding he can go in Wukong. Doesn't come out in time. Just stun him and disrupt him. He'll finally throw it down. Can they actually fight in the middle of this though? He's got so much armor to work with. Mana Void on the side will get rid of SVG and Nisha. Chasing for more. Universe will use Slithering Crush. Looking to move away. Gets dragged back by Zai though. They just need to burn through his mana pretty quickly here. Mana Void already being used. Yap's still trying to get in range, but he can't. Moves a little bit too fast with the sprint. Bounce strike. Mid-1 going in. Gale's going to be there. Dodges out. RP drags him in. Buyback comes out with the Grimstroke. The finger across. We'll get the kill in the Universe. You are trying to burn down Nisha, but that's not the choice. Zai will look to TP away and will be successful in doing so. They just watch Nisha as he farms. Oh, they're going to try and go for this. Boulder Smash slows him down a bit. He'll blink away and he'll TP out. Inkswell way too late to find a kill.
Yeah, pretty well dodged by Nisha there again. Goes back. Starladder managed to die somehow in that whole engagement.
The finger. It's good old line. I mean, it hurts pretty bad. Yeah, it's on cooldown, but now it's got 2 kills to it, so an extra 100 damage on it. And if he does this right, he could easily have level 2 finger by the time he uses it again.
Look at them. They're straight into the pit. You have that corrosive haze. You also have that lads from Starladder, and this is an easy rush for them.
Well, there's no way to contest. Secret committed the Wukong. They committed the RP.
Yeah, they have nothing. They have nothing to contest with, but at least this is giving space to Nisha. He has that Battle Fury, he has the Empower as well. A little bit of an overkill, I would say. Perhaps Battle Fury wasn't really necessary considering he has Magnus, but...
I think there's an argument for it, right? Because we talked about this before. Magnus, core versus support. It's when you're a core, you have to be out on the map, you have to be doing things. You can't just follow an anti-mage around.
That's definitely true. Like, right now, anti-mage is free to just go anywhere, and so is Magnus, so they're not tied up together. But they might have to be tied up. Yeah, they might have to be tied up defending very soon, because Yavar and the bros are kicking this tower.
Yeah, the Plague Bros have arrived, doing a lot of damage to this tower, actually. There's no way to actually contest him. This is going to be a slow tower, but will be a town nonetheless. Meanwhile, Resolution Metamorphosis has ended, so he's just taken over the jungle and is farming.
I'm actually surprised Nisha didn't manage to creep skip here on the mid lane.
I was expecting it. I looked past, I was like, okay, they're coming by anyway. I mean, mid one's been doing this so far, but he's running out of mana. He may have to back off. Meanwhile, anti-mage, let's get silenced up. Not looking to pursue here, though, because he knows reinforcements are close by.
Like, Secret is one of those teams that does so well when they're behind. They just create space for themselves, and some small things like what mid one is doing, jumping across the trees and creep skipping the top lane, or AM creep skipping the mid lane, they mean a lot. Well, AM did not creep skip in this particular situation, but usually he does.
But if he had...
Yeah, if he had, it instantly stops the push coming from forward gaming, and it buys more time for that Aegis to expire, and after that Aegis expires, you're on even ground again, and you can fight.
Yeah, Absol. 1,200 gold now. He's slowly making his way towards this blink. It won't be a bad timing at this rate, actually, for how the game's been going.
Yep. Considering he has Etrelance too, the blink is on time. It's completely fine. The thing is, though, this Terrorblade is keeping up very well with the AM. Only 1k behind. Like, he's doing really well. Considering he has no Empower, nothing like that.
And his team applying pressure well. Onisha just blinked in. Does try and protect himself. Crosshair comes down. All the silencers stacked on top of him. That's going to be a very dead anti-mage. And reinforcements in time. Oh, they blink forward. Yapsol revealed himself. He has got the Hex to work with. There's actually a tower nearby, so they won't pursue. Monkey King. He's here. He could go for the Wukong's play. They're trying to backstab. They'll give up the tower. They'll forfeit it. They're trying to see if Ford are actually going to cluster and overcommit, because they do have the RP and the Wukongs available.
Yeah, he's faking the Wukongs right now, but your AM is dead for 20 more seconds. There's no reason for you to go fight right now. You just wait for it. You just hex this or impale him or whatever.
Oh, they try for the skewer play instead. They try to be fancy, and now they lose Magnus straight away. If one arriving, there's going to be Wukongs come through. Snowball does connect. Morris punch as well, locking him in. There's the poison Nova. Buyback does come out from Magnus, but they hold him in place with the Soulbind. Zai needs a big play here. Buyback's going to come out from Tusk as well. They hold the high ground, but it wasn't cheap.
It definitely wasn't. And as we said, Magnus does not need a lot. He already has that blink. But honestly, he needs the Shadow. Exactly. He instantly, as I was saying it, he instantly cues the Shadow Blade in his quick buy, because there is no way for him to blink. Like, he bought back this last fight, he ports in, but he instantly gets hit by something and then by the Plague Ward, and he's useless. Like, he bought back for nothing. He scared them, and that's it. Like, he cannot blink in at any given point in this game properly without that Shadow Blade. He definitely needs it.
Is the big frustration of being a blink builder against Venomancer. Is why we usually see them go for like 4 staffs and Shadow Blades instead.
Exactly. So he can't really afford to go for Greaves, even though his team definitely needs more utility. He can't go for Greaves because he just needs that Shadow Blade. If he does not get it, he's never going to have a decent RB in this match.
Name of the game is still get anti-mage fat. Problem is, Terrorblade still leads the pack. Aegis will run out soon. And Secret, they're going to have to get on the map and make a play.
Yeah, they can definitely go and take this Radiant jungle away from them. Perhaps smoke up and go like that. Because AM and Monkey are already there. Your own jungle is a little bit off limits.
A little bit of vision from both sides. It's pretty close by here. But no one wants to play there. Like, that is the highly contested area. That's the rich boy area. Things coming out. Slithering Crush. They found a target. And Zai. The Magnus dead for 70 seconds. He did buy back before and they'll find an initial kill on the Yapto as well. Just as the Aegis is being reclaimed, Secret thought they'd be able to move out of the base. Instead, they're going to be heading straight back towards it.
Yeah, they did die on the enemy side of the map, so because of that, it's not going to be that easy for forward to go back in and push. Especially if Anti-Mage decides to go and creep skip mid, which is very surprising he hasn't been doing so far. I think that's one of the main things you do in a situation such as this one. Maybe he's afraid of being caught.
Yeah, like silenced. He has got the Manta now, though, so he could look to make those more aggressive plays. They need to defend this, though. They've got Wukongs available.
There's no Aegis, so because of that, they might be able to defend this.
Yeah, there's no mid one right now, though. He's still not back in the base. In fact, I don't think he's even coming back at all. They're just 4 foot in the lane. Alright, he finally arrives, but this is way too late. Melee will go down, and range will follow.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it, I guess. You just let them take it, and you wait for that Magnus. I mean, why fight without RP? I guess that's... They don't really have any wave clear. That's very a big problem for Team Secret right now. As if AM does not creep skip, there's no way you stop them from pushing. You can't really even kill the normal creeps, yet alone the heroes.
Things are going to get very worrying for mid one soon, because Yoar is getting very close to the Heaven's Halberd.
Yavar towards the Heaven's Halberd, while the Terrorblade already finished Butterfly, so you need that MKB to actually deal with him in a proper way. And you don't want to be building that this soon.
He'll also have a BKB soon, and then look at mid one. He's going for the Maelstrom, and this feels like a very late point to be doing that.
Top lane, Nisha should get out. Yeah, they're way too slow. Maybe once Grimstroke gets that Blink Dagger, they're going to be able to catch him. Even then, he has Manta. It's very hard. It's very hard to catch that AM.
And at the moment, Secret, they're just kind of having to split what gold they can, right? AM is taking risks pushing there. You already see Monkey on the other side of the map. They're trying to give a little bit of space to Zai because they know how important his items are.
I definitely think AM should be as cocky as possible. Like, he should take as many risks as possible on the enemy side of the map, because there just isn't enough space for all of them to farm on the dire side. And now they smoke up. They want to make stuff happen, and meta is still off for 30 seconds, so they just might find a kill or two.
They're kind of dangling Nisha here as well, seeing if there's any response, any vision. And if not, they can just push on this bot tower, force forward to the suboptimal area of the map.
I just want to say I love the way SVG was moving. He was basically just baiting and scouting for smoke ganked there, nothing else. That's 100% the reason why he was moving. Even this sentry that he just planted here, it's very obvious why he did it. He expected them to be there, smoked up. You can see they aren't even committing to kill. They aren't even committing to kill this observer ward. They put wards, they send illusions, and then they smoke up.
Looking to respond here. They knew about Anti-Mage as well. Their deep ward spotted him. They know he went back to the base, which means there's not many people here. Mid one trying to finish the tower, but he's going to be stunned up. At least go get the tower. Come on, at least finish it off. They'll look to move away now, but it's too late. He will go down.
Yeah, but that's so sad. That's your position 1. I mean, alright, position 2, whatever. Dying to a Starladder in a few hits.
But at least he got the tower. Constellation prize if nothing else.
Of course, he got the tower. That's something. That's definitely something.
At least the rest of them got out as well. The rest of them read it correctly, but mid one was committed to that stage. I mean, arguably he could have got out, but it would have definitely been a deny if he'd left. Right now, let's just give money to the Anti-Mage.
Yeah, there's a butterfly coming soon from the AM. But he's not... Yeah, he bought the Eagle Song, so he's not going to have that buyback.
I think he finds it too crippling at this stage. Like, you're approaching the point which your advantage starts to disappear, right? Which is Anti-Mage can get 6 slotted quick. If Terrorblades keep pace with you, you're not going to have an opportunity to get an item advantage. So you kind of have to buy out at this point.
That's true. He needs to split push. He needs to creep skip. He needs to create space for his team. He has these wards on the bottom lane. But the problem with these wards on the bottom lane is they're not going to help you once the Rosh is up. And Rosh is up in, what, 50 seconds? So once that happens, Radiant has obvious advantage because they have the vision. They've taken control of the dire jungle. And they're just going to take it for free with Corrosive Haze. Like, we have a smoke up coming from Secret. They want to do something about this. But it's so difficult. It's so difficult. It's insane.
Well, Nisha pushed in bot as well. So someone has to respond to that push in. Especially with the catapult as well. It's a lot of chip damage. But right now, Ford are hesitant to return to their base.
Yeah. I think the way they should have done it is like in that last game. Nisha should have pressured the bottom lane a bit more. But instead, they're going to fight.
RP comes out, looking at the Terrorblade. Snowball to lock him in place. Delivering Crush to cover him the BKB. Universe moving forward. Magtize comes out. Voice Nova connecting on Anti-Mage. Nisha can't move away quick enough. Will finally blink to safety. Or is he safe? They keep the Magtize going. He's going to go low.
There's no buyback.
They've already lost 3 heroes and secret retreat for the base and what they got left. He did buy out in the end. 673 gold short of buyback.
Yeah, this
They've
is
got
game.
Wukongs.
Gonna... I don't think that's going
to... I don't think it's going to scare them, right?
Yeah, I don't think they care too much. They're just going all in right now.
They saw what he'd purchased as well. Anti-Mage was alive long enough that someone got an eye. They go straight for the throne. It looks like Ford, they may have actually dragged this out to a game 3.
Yeah, definitely does look that way. Magnus is up in 5, but he has no RP. The only thing that he can do is he can empower the monkey, and then you can use that Wukongs and perhaps hope for the best.
You're going to have to.
It's so difficult.
Here he's the Glyph as well. They need to stop the Terrorblade right now. Wukong's going to come into effect. Nice stun going on to Terrorblade. 4-star through. Silenced up. The Monkey King can't stand his ground. Finger, not enough. Resolution's going to live. Snowball through. Walrus punch in the air. They just can't bring him down. He turns around. And that may be it. Monkey King with a buyback side. Trying to actually move away, but it's too late. GG. Secret. They're going to have to take this to the 3rd game and see if they can actually bounce back from this. Because Ford, they juggled them beautifully with this Resolution Terrorblade.
I just don't see Magnus working that well in pro games or pubs any longer. Like, he was good. He's good still with Jug or PA, let's say, but just picking him and then comboing him with AM, it just doesn't seem really good. Especially when you're playing versus a Veno, your Blink is useless. You can't even use it properly. You need to basically buy Shadowblade and Blink or Smoke to be able to initiate plus that Blink. And in this last engagement, I don't know if you noticed, the Magnus jumps the Terrorblade, gets a good initiation with that RP, but Nisha, he blinks after the Magnus, and then Magnus skewers the Resolution Terrorblade away, and then Nisha has to run to him. So basically, even though they had a good initiation, they saved Resolution at the same time with the skewer, or some miscommunication at least there. And also, it felt like Nisha was way too careful with the way he creep skipped. I think he could have been way more aggressive, even in these last engagements. If he was pressuring that bottom lane a bit more, then they have to commit a few heroes to defend it, and then he can fight an advantageous fight around that Rosh pit. They don't have to fight 5-on-5 because they are behind, obviously. So some small strategical movements, I think, and perhaps just forget about this Magnus. It wasn't great. Also, this universe, Starladder, just insane. Just went out of control. But that's what happens when you give Starladder a free lane. It just stomps you.
Well, we got to a stage where you couldn't actually deal with him at all, and you're all in on the anti-mage. We talked about the lack of XP for Monkey King. Mid one tried to make it work, but in the end, the Terrorblade race, well, it just favored him. As a result, we will have a game 3 here. Short break, then we'll be back. 1-1 apiece between Fort Gaming and Team Secret. Stay tuned, because this one really could go